Listen to me. Some of y'all got this belief that if my son goes sees his father in jail, that's going to make him a criminal. It's going to desensitize him to jail. Guess what? The evidence is actually the opposite. A child of an incarcerated father is 7 to 9 times more likely himself to end up in jail. So if you take him to see his father will teach him how this ain't the place to be. And I don't ever want to see you here. Some of you all are sowing the seeds of juvenile delinquency because you got a son who ain't connected with the dad, who thinking jail life is all that because you don't allow his father to teach him that it ain't. And sooner or later he ends up in the exact same place you never wanted him to be just because you didn't think it was necessary to take him up to the jail. I'm working on a project right now, Gradford Prison, Pennsylvania, one of the largest maximum security prisons in America. Myself, state representative, and some other folk. We have a FACT program. Okay, it's a fatherhood program where we take the children up to the jail to visit the fathers if the mothers don't want to be bothered. That's what we're doing. Because fathers still need to be fathers even in jail. Do y'all follow me? So I got to call parents and convince them that your son needs to see his father, that your daughter needs to see her father, because God did not design humanity to be raised in a house of one parent. See, you need 50% feminine energy and you need 50% masculine energy. If your daughter don't get validated by her father, she'll spend the rest of her life looking for validation. Now you teach her how to be a lady, but he must validate her womanhood. Don't you ever forget that. If your son is always up under your skirt and never get that masculine structure, he might start wanting to wear one. Yes, I specialize in homosexual therapy for our teenage people. Okay? Yeah, you'd be surprised the stories I get for why they became that way. I can always tell you what it was. If it's a girl, she's a lesbian, guess what? She was either sexually abused, physically abused, verbally abused. She was stripped of her father. She was raised to believe that black men were nothing. Okay? She was bullied by boys and told she was ugly her whole life. I always know what it is. Same thing with the boys. Father wasn't there. The mother psychologically. See, you need 50% feminine energy and you need 50% masculine energy. And if the biological father's not around, uncle, grandpa, brother in the community, fatherless children are more likely to join gangs and lead delinquent lives. A gang is a what, y'all? Surrogate family. Children want structure. You think they want to do whatever the hell they want? No. They want to be told what to do sometimes. And if you don't give them structure, they'll go find it in a gang. A gang ain't nothing but a replacement family because you ain't got one. Fatherless children are more likely to suffer emotional and mental illness. Children without fathers are more likely to experiment with homosexuality and lesbianism. Effects of fatherlessness on our daughters. Obviously, teenage pregnancy, right? Teenage pregnancy ain't got nothing to do with sex. It's emotional attachment issues. That's right. That's right. And why is teenage pregnancy so bad? First of all, if a black woman has a baby before she graduates high school, there's a 75% chance she'll be spending the rest of her life in poverty. That's number one. Okay? 95% chance that she won't graduate on time, and a 99% chance that she'll never earn her master's degree, assuming that's what she wanted to work up to. Also, the problem with teenage pregnancy is it does what? Blurs the line between who's a child and who's not. Once a girl gives birth to a baby, once a boy can say, I got a seed, now they think that they are on your level. And that's why we got this problem out here where young people thinking they old enough to talk to you any way they want. You know why? Because I gave birth. And since I gave birth, it ain't nothing you can tell me no more. Teenage pregnancy has destroyed the natural age hierarchy in the black community. And the only way we're going to get it back is to cut down on this teenage pregnancy. So you know what I do when I go into the schools? Got you. You know what I do when I go into the schools and talk about sexually transmitted diseases, and I put the pictures up. When I'm done, they don't want sex no more. Homo, hetero, nothing. I put a picture of gonorrhea up there. I say that's breakfast. Syphilis, that's lunch. Herpes, that's dinner. AIDS, that's, oh, they be turning in, oh my God, turn it off, Mr. John. Oh no, you're gonna open your eyes. You gotta make them feel that. You see? And they come back. Mr. Johnson, I was cool all summer, dog. Every time I wanted a cookie, I saw a herpes. Damn! They got a group in Maryland, group of children who want to play grown. Your teenagers, they out there dating, and bring them here and give them to me, and let me bring my overhead and let me show them some pictures. Okay, we are in all that. They'd be wanting to give up on that. Okay, low self-esteem for the girls, poor self-image, sexual promiscuity, and the hopeless romantic syndrome. Trying to force love when it ain't there. Fatherlessness, motherlessness, and let me be clear. Fatherlessness and motherlessness have the same detrimental effect on the children. The reason why we're talking about fatherlessness more so isn't because motherlessness is any less. It's just that fatherlessness is more of a problem because of the war on black men. And I want us to be clear, because people will get the impression you never talk about motherlessness, so are mothers irrelevant? Of course not. It's just that in our community, the mothers tend to end up with the children. So you're more so dealing with fatherlessness. Effects of fatherlessness on boys: school dropout and truancy. Number one, how the hell am I supposed to learn how to read when I don't even get to see my father? And you got him going to special education. For what? Well, the teacher said he got a comprehension problem. Comprehension requires focus. He can't. All he think about is when he's going to see his father. This ain't got nothing to do with learning. It's attachment issues. ADHD? What does a child do when they go to school if they don't get enough lap time at home from their parents? They act up to get the attention of the adult involved. That wasn't ADHD when we were growing up, but it is now, because the drug companies found out that they can get rich on fathers not being in the home. See, what they did was they got rid of the doctor and got rid of the daddy and put in the doctor. They got rid of Pop and take you to the psychiatrist. Domestic violence and bullying. A lot of boys who got the thug energy, anger. Thug energy is normally anger and pain. That's all it is. Masculine, masquerading as some sort of hyper masculinity. I know, because I do therapy with them thugs. And once they see I ain't scared of them, then we can have a conversation. Children of fathers who have died. Children of fathers who have died. That's a whole nother ball game. He didn't walk out. You didn't push him out. He passed. God forbid, if it's untimely. They suffer from abandonment issues. And guess what else we find? Sometimes when the father or mother die on the child, they have an anger complex at the deceased parent. Why did you leave me? How the hell are you going to get shot like this knowing I still need you? Just get them counseling. You don't let a child lose a parent and act like they're supposed to get over it. It will affect school, dating, drug addiction, alcoholism. Most of our kids are self-medicating through marijuana. You do know that, right? Okay? Uncertainty about who they're going to look to for that male guidance, and grief and bereavement issues.